Hello there. Welcome to EatOS University. This video will walk you through the process of creating your restaurant menu for your point of sale. This will be a step-by-step guide or a recommended order to easily organize your menu. Before we start, please note that there are essential values to be entered the same as demonstrated in this video. Note that all sheets are essential to successfully create a restaurant menu using the Excel template and follow the format as shown and demonstrated. The taxes, discounts, service charge, and printers can be configured at the EatOS dashboard and POS device. Let's start. The best way to begin is by starting to list all of the ingredients of all your restaurant products. List all of the ingredients in the name column of the ingredients sheet, for example, tomato, avocado, and mayo. Input regular or normal at the option 1 name column. Input 0 on the option 1 price. Input 1 on the type column. Always ensure to input 1 within this column, leaving it blank will make the system error. Continue by listing all your restaurant menu ingredients. After you have listed all the ingredients, our next step is to create or list the modifiers. On the modifier sheet, list all of the modifiers in the name column, for example, Alfredo sauce, Asian dressing, barbecue, and more. Input true or false in the mandatory column. Setting the mandatory true makes it a forced modifier. This means the customer will be required to select one item before adding the item to order. Setting mandatory false means the customer is not required to select an item. On the options column, input true if the option is mandatory. Input false if the option is not required. Input true on the multiple options columns if a modifier has multiple options and false otherwise. On the options quantity column, input how many options a customer can choose a modifier. Input extra creamy, regular, spicy on the option 1 name column. Input the option 1 price, and input 0 if the modifier is free. Continue listing all modifiers necessary to show on the point of sale. Now, let's begin to list all add-ons in the name column from the add-ons sheet. Note that if the add-on has multiple options, set the value on the multiple options column as true. Input the custom add-on name, for example, add avocado, add cheddar cheese, add soy milk. On the mandatory column, input true to set it as a forced add-on. This means the customer will be required to select one item before adding the product to order. On the options allowed column, input true if the add-on requires an option and input false if the add-ons do not require an option. Input true on the multiple options if the add-on requires to have multiple options. Input false if the add-on does not require multiple options. Input a custom options quantity. Input the option name, input regular, or input a custom option like large or double. Input the custom price, and input 0 if the option is free. Now that you have listed the modifiers and add-ons, you can now set a name to group your modifiers and add-ons from your listings. Grouping your modifiers and add-ons allow you to present them in an organized manner. Make sure to label the type column correctly, as this may cause errors in displaying the products on your point of sale, and only use semicolons to separate values within the Excel rows. On the name column, enter the custom group name like dressing, sauces, cheese. On the elements column, input all the modifiers or add-ons for the group separated by a semicolon. For example, let's group Asian dressing, Caesar dressing, ranch, and Thousand Islands to dressing. On the type column, input add-on if the group modifier is an add-on and input modifier to assign the group in the modifier. In this example, the dressing group type is a modifier. Note that group modifiers can share individual modifiers and add-ons. A product may have multiple modifier groups assigned, and a modifier group can as well be assigned to more than one product. On the product sheet, this section provides complete detail of your menu. On this sheet, it is necessary to input all important required values for each column to work properly. Only use semicolons to separate data values within the Excel rows for ingredients, modifiers, and add-ons. OK to use commas only for product descriptions in the description column. Start adding the product name. A custom name that identifies the item. For example, almond crusted salmon. Next, enter the printer display name. It can be the same as the product name or can create a product name or code to be shown on printers. For example, it can be as it is as almond crusted salmon or AC salmon. Enter the menu display name in the menu display name column. This will be the name displayed and shown to the customer when ordering a product. The color and image column can be configured in the EatOS dashboard and point of sale. Enter the product description, for example, almond crusted salmon served with a bed of spring greens and honey mustard vinaigrette. Next, input the almond crusted salmon ingredient in the ingredients column. Green beans, honey mustard vinaigrette. Remember to use semicolons to separate the values. Input the product modifier if applicable. Input add-ons, for example, add fries, onion rings, add sauce. Ensure to use semicolons to separate values. Input the group modifier. This is the group name created on the group sheet where we've grouped the modifiers and add-ons. Input the variant name. It can be a custom product name like small, medium, or large, or for a normal or regular product, input regular to identify the variant. If the product has more than one type of offering on the same product, you may distinguish them using variants. Input variant SKU. Input the numeric number 1 for the product with only one variant and input 2 on the second SKU variant and on. Enter the variant price or the product price. And you may now continue working on for all your product list. Now, moving on to the category sheet. In this sheet, we will assign the products within a category. This section allows you to create parent and child categories. It is important to note the difference between the parent category column and the category column itself. The parent category will be named individually on the category column and no entry is required on the parent column. The child category will be named within the category column and followed by being assigned to the individual named parent categories. Input the parent category within the parent column. Now let's start filling in the category column. For example, pasta, sandwich, cocktails, cakes, and more. On the parent column, input the parent's name respective to the child category. Pasta belongs to the food category, cocktails to drinks, and sandwich to the food category. On the product column, assign all products for each child category and note to only use the semicolon to separate each value. Category color and image can be configured at the EatOS dashboard and point of sale. Enter the position number or customs number entry in which the parent or child category will be displayed first in their respective order. For a quick service restaurant, you can leave the course name blank, or if using a menu with courses, enter the course name of the child category on the course column. When all of the items are entered, create or provide a menu name for your menu. Input the menu name on the menu name column. Start and end date entries can also be configured at the EatOS dashboard and on point of sale. Active column, input true or reset through the EatOS dashboard or on the point of sale device. On the date column, input the days of the week separately using semicolons. You can also configure the open and close time at the EatOS dashboard or on the point of sale. And on the category column, insert the respective parent category name and separate the entry using a semicolon. To easily assign and create printers, taxes, service charge, and discounts, we recommend adding and configuring the printer and exceptions at the EatOS dashboard or to the point of sale device. But to give a glimpse of the required values, for the printer sheet, the printer's name, printer serial number, and the printer type. On the taxes, input the tax name, tax type, and tax value in amount or percentage, input the value mode in percentage or dollar, and input the order type and products to apply the tax. Note to those values are separated by a semicolon. On the discount sheet, input the discount name and input true or false on the required PIN column. True requires employees to enter a PIN in order to apply a discount. Input false to not require a PIN. Input the discount value amount or percentage, input the value mode, and input the applicable products separated by a semicolon. And you have just learned how to build your menu using the Menu Excel template.